ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। श्रीनुतां स्वकथा कृष्ण पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तन हृदयन्तोऽस्ति अभद्राणि विदुनोति सुहृत्सतां नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टकी। Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 30, verses 44, 45, 46. Verse number 44. अथा निर्यय सलिलात् प्रचेत स उदवत वीक्ष्याकुप्यन्द्रुमैश्छन्नां गां गां रोधुम इवोच्छ्रितये. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charana Arvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Thereafter, all the Prachetas emerged from the waters of the sea. They then saw that all the trees on the land had grown very tall, as if to obstruct the path to the heavenly planets. These trees had covered the entire surface of the world. At this time, the Prachetas became very angry. Purport: King Prachini Bharishat left his kingdom before his sons arrived after their execution of penance and austerity. The sons, the Prachetas, were ordered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead to come out of the water and go to the kingdom of their father in order to take care of the kingdom. However, when they came out, they saw that everything had been neglected due to the king's absence. They first observed that food grains were not being produced and there were no agricultural activities. Indeed, the surface of the world was practically covered by very tall trees. It seemed as though the trees were determined to stop people from going into outer space to reach the heavenly kingdoms. The Prachetas became very angry when they saw the surface of the globe covered in this way. They desired that the land be cleared from crops. It is not a fact that jungles and trees attract clouds and rain, because we find rainfall over the sea. Human beings can inhabit any place on the surface of the earth by clearing jungles and converting land for agricultural purposes. People can keep cows, and all economic problems can be solved in that way. One need only work to produce grains and take care of the cows. The wood found in the jungles may be used for constructing cottages. In this way, the economic problem of humanity can be solved. At the present moment, there are many vacant lands throughout the world, and if they are properly utilized, there will be no scarcity of food. As far as rain is concerned, it is the performance of yajna that attracts rain, as stated in Bhagavad Gita 3:14. Annat bhavanti bhutani parjanyad anna sambhava. Yadnat bhavati parjanyo yajna karma samudbhava. All living bodies subsist on food grains, which are produced from rains. Rains are produced by performance of yajna, sacrifice, and yajna is born of prescribed duties. By performing sacrifice, man will have sufficient rainfall and crops. Text 45. Tathogni marutau rajan amunchan mukto rusha mahim nirviruddham kartum samvartaka ivatyaye. Translation. My dear king, at the time of devastation, Lord Shiva emits fire and air from his mouth out of anger to make the surface of the earth be completely treeless. The Prachetas also emitted fire and air from their mouths. In this verse, Vidura is addressed as Rajan, which means O king. In this regard, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur comments that a Dhira never becomes angry because he is always situated in devotional service. Advanced devotees can control their senses. Therefore, a devotee can be addressed as Rajan. A king controls and rules in various ways among citizens. Similarly, One who can control his senses is the king of his senses. He is a Swami or Goswami. The Swamis and Goswamis are therefore sometimes addressed as Maharaj or King. Text 46. Bhasmasat kriyamanam stam drunman vikshya pitamaha agata samayan asha putran bharhishi mato nayay. Translation. After seeing that all the trees on the surface of the earth were being turned to ashes, Lord Brahma immediately came to the sons of Bharhishman and pacified them with words of logic. Whenever there is some uncommon occurrence on any planet, Lord Brahma, being in charge of the whole universe, immediately comes to control the situation. Lord Brahma also came when Hiranyakashipu underwent severe penances and austerities and made the whole universe tremble. A responsible man is in any establishment is always alert to keep peace and harmony within the establishment. Similarly, Lord Brahma is also allowed to keep peace and harmony within the universe. He consequently pacified the sons of King Barhishmam with good logic. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्तस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदामह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् नमो ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखम करोति वाचालं पङ्गुलङ्घयति गिरिमियत्कृपातं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं वञ्चकल्पतरुषिकपासिन्यो च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. So we are dealing with the chapter of the Prachetas, and we know how they please Lord Vishnu. And in the prayers of the Prachetas, when Lord Vishnu gets very much pleased, he says that I am pleased because you have cooperated amongst yourself. Yeah, this line, as in like um, this specific tag of cooperation, I remember it was said, I had heard this lecture like I think 7 to 8 years back. But it is so relevant in any phase of your life, whether it is neophyte stage, Madhyama stage, wherever it is. The thing is that Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna, he is most happy when devotees are cooperating. Yes, Prabhupada and the Acharyas are most happy when we are united and when we are cooperating for a higher cause. And this aspect is shown by the Prachetas that leaving their own enmity aside and they're helping each other, yeah, doing tapasya, they actually please the Lord. Sometimes, at least in my head, so many things going on and polluted consciousness. We think that we don't need this person is doing this person is doing that. And hence, why should I do it? Yes, they should learn how to do it first, then I will help them, or then I will actually cooperate, or maybe then I will actually value them. But the whole point of all our devotional service is to actually understand that we are nothing, right? We are nothing, and Tinadapi Sunichena, humbler than a blade of grass. The point is that it does not matter whether I get the glory or whether this is the right thing to do. Maharaj was saying once, like there was this uh, uh, thing which happened, and these two devotees went to Maharaj, and there was a senior and a junior, obviously, like the leader of the project or who's leading the project, and then there is the other one who's like assistant or the next to him, the next person in that project. So then he was saying to Maharaj that I know, Maharaj, that how this can be done better. Yes. And then we usually also think like that. I personally, it is a fact that, oh, if I was there, I could have done this. Or then why they do not know my value. And then, I could have done this better. Why is this person doing it? Why is that person doing it? Usually we put skill over devotion. Yes. Skill over devotion, skill over etiquette. If I know something more, then definitely I'm superior. Yes. If I can speak nicely, then I am superior to everybody else. If I can dress the deity nicely, obviously I'm superior. Or if I organize something very nicely and nobody else is able to do it, then obviously I'm superior. And everybody comes and does, wow, wow, Prabhu, you did so nicely. And that's how pride actually catches us, because all these aspects, whether somebody praises or not, or whether we do it nicely or not, all of them come from Krishna. And if all of them come from Krishna, then what is the use of being proud? We have to just we used it in the right proper way. If I use a knife to actually cut a potato and get French fries, I do not actually go and appreciate the knife that, best you, because of you this happened and all. Yes, but it is meant to do that. Yes. And so the knife doesn't have to get proud that because of me now you're French. No, because you were meant to do that. Yes. So any skill, any good thing which we have, and if it is used in Krishna's service, it is meant to be used. And if some appreciation comes from it, then yes, it's nice. But because for the appreciation, sometimes we move ahead and try to do better things. So Maharaj was saying that this person was saying that, Maharaj, I can do these things so nicely. That this way is proven to get more people, or, to move this thing like this, and then the funds can be used like this and that. And so many ways, there are so many methods. But this devotee is not listening to me. A senior, not listening to me. I don't know what is the problem, Maharaj. Can you please take a look? And so Maharaj looked, and then he saw, and then he said that no, you do whatever he says. Now, in that situation, this is what is happening today, right? In the whole of ISKCON, or in the whole devotee world, or wherever, in any organization. Forget about just ISKCON. But we specifically are dealing with it. That's why it's like this. That, oh, I have better plans, but now the leader of the whole community, maybe Guru, maybe some Vaishnav, he's not listening to it. My God, I'm being unfair. This person is being unfair. He's doing it only because, this person has served him very nicely. And now he has favoritism, this is nepotism, and this and that. And so many things we come up with, right? So many things we come up with, so many reasons we come up with why this person is favoring this. Because, he knows how to butter them very nicely. He knows how to talk to them very nicely. And that's why these things are there. But, practically, this is not the truth. Otherwise, if I was in that position, I would have done better. But I don't know. I don't do all these butter putting stuff. And that's why this is all bogus. I don't want to deal with these people at all. Everybody's here useless rat bag. And so I will do my own thing. Correct? This is usually what happens when you are in a community. Any community, whether it's a family. In the family also people are fighting. So all this happens. This is normal. So one might say this thing, that Maharaj is favoring this person because he's done this and he's senior, and then this is the, oh, hierarchy means this, oh, that's why I have to become on the top, and then I these people has only position, power, and all these things. We can say so many things. It might be true also. It might be true, it might be not true. But this creeps in. It is very common. It creeps in because why? We are not habituated for doing it for Krishna. Yes, the Prachetas are uniting to please Krishna. And that's why they are uniting in one whole purpose of pleasing Krishna. But as soon as we have a desire to not please Krishna, And because we are habituated to the material world, these things creep up. That, who cares about Krishna? You know, I was right. This has to be done according to me. Whether Krishna is pleased or not, who cares? Right? I know I'm going a little off because we are going to end this Pracheta's pastime. So just wanted to give this. The thing is that that's why when Maharaj mentioned that, listen to him. So the next time again he said that, Maharaj, no, but this is to be done this way. This is the right thing. You have to do it this way. This has to be at this time. This has to be at that time. And then this will work this way. And then this person has to do it like this. Maharaj, no, 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 you listen to him. But Maharaj, this is not right. This is wrong. You're taking a wrong decision. This is the right way. Science has proved it. Business people have proved it. Then Maharaj became very heavy and he said, in being right is not the right thing to do. You know, you should learn to be a servant. Whatever this person is saying, you should accept and do it. Now, in that situation, maybe that person had a problem with authority. So Maharaj said, we are not here to manage projects. No, manage people for projects. We are here to manage projects for people. Yes, the devotees are more important than the projects. Yes, how the devotees are taken care is more important. Then Krishna being pleased. In this verse, it's written, when somebody does yajna, then the food grains, this and all these things come up. Yes, all these things are utilized very properly. For what? For Krishna consciousness. Yes, maybe our things are not getting validated. Maybe my projects are not getting validated. Maybe nobody's appreciating me for this and that. And that's our polluted consciousness. It's about Krishna. It's not about us. Yes. And that's why Krishna is pleased with the Prachetas, is because they were united in a higher cause, giving up their own inhibitions of each other. And this is such a big aspect. Why am I saying this? Because I myself need this boost, And when I heard this lecture from him a long time back, I was like, how hard is it? Why is it hard to cooperate? But it is very hard to cooperate. It's like when you have to get things done and the person, in projects and all in work, you can see it's not going by the vision. Then obviously there are things, and that's why the company, has so many levels of testing, the HR round, this round, that round. Why? They want to make sure that you are the right candidate. But in ISKCON, because it's a voluntary organization, we do not judge people who come. Maybe they are coming with so many inhibitions, or maybe they are not. Yes, sometimes it is easy to deal with some people, and sometimes it's not. And we have problems, agreed, we are humans. But the point is that in this pastime, at least, which I remember, Maharaj was so emphatic that the point is to please Krishna. And if Krishna can be pleased that if I listen to this person and move on, yes, Krishna will arrange stuff. We forget that, let's agree that, oh, this thing is the right thing and it would have done these many things which are proper. But what is the use in the end? The use in the end, oh, we got so many people, Prabhu, you don't get it. But the thing is that I do not have the proper consciousness of surrender. What am I going to pass on to them? Yes, that projects make everything work. Money gets everything done. Yes. And so they will be trained improperly. And so, what is the use of these improperly trained people? Useless. They won't go far in bhakti at all. Yes, they won't go far. So the thing is, for as a community, as a devotee community, Maharaj was explaining this, that this aspect is very important. How we deal with each other. Then Krishna is pleased. Then everything will come. Whether it is money, whether it is projects, whether it is this aspect, that aspect, everything will come. Why? Because Krishna being pleased. Yes, when we perform our yajnas, Yes, our duties over here. Yajna is born of prescribed duties. When we do our duties properly, then everything will come. Yes, and our duty is to cooperate for Srila Prabhupada, for Srila Prabhupada's sake, to actually move ahead in our Krishna consciousness and in our community of devotees, so that we can show that yes, this works. This is the theory, right? This is the theory. But Srila Prabhupada made sure that he showed us the practical also, that how we should unite, whether it is caste, creed, however it is. We unite for a higher purpose and not for something which is so fickle. So these things are very important from the aspect of prachetas, that without cooperation, without unity, we might think that we are progressing in bhakti, but bhakti is a totally different concept. It's an internal thing. Externally somebody might be doing all those things, but internally, I was talking to this one. I'm just taking 2 more minutes, but I was talking to this devotee back in India, and he's senior to me, very strict, very awesome, very like he knows his stuff. He will attend everything, he'll serve devotee very perfectly. And I was talking to him and I was saying that, Prabhu, how are these things happening and all. So then he was telling me, Prabhu, I was like this many years back. But I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, Prabhu, I had the same kind of behavior and this and that. And I was not dealing with people properly. But Prabhu, I was telling him, but Prabhu, you're waking up early. You have 96% sadhana chart. You're doing everything right. Not watching TV. You're doing, you're chanting right or dancing in kirtan. Everything is perfect. He's like, Prabhu, I was doing all that. Yes, and I accept that I was dancing, I was doing so many things. But after 3 years or 4 years or whatever, it still did not satisfy my heart, even though I was doing everything. And I did not know what I was doing wrong. And I was shocked at that moment that these things can happen even after doing it. So then I asked him, how is it possible, Prabhu? Even after doing so much, how can you say that it didn't do anything for your heart? And then he said, no, Prabhu, it did. Because of all that, Krishna showed me that this is lacking in you. And that's what I got from whatever I did. And because of that, now I can move ahead. And I was shocked that, yes, externally we might do things properly. And later, then, yes, Krishna might reveal it to us. But sometimes it's easier that if we start introspecting and then we start getting those things, right? So bhakti is an internal thing. It's not that if I do this project, then Krishna being pleased, maybe Krishna will be pleased. Not necessarily he'll be pleased. He couldn't care less about our projects. He couldn't care less what we think. He cares more about what? Whether we are uniting, whether we are cooperating, and moving ahead in Srila Prabhupada's mission to actually and prove his instructions right, to prove his thing right, and not our thing. It's so very difficult, very difficult. So sometimes I have to tell myself to do and be nice to everybody. Yes, so it's very difficult. So we should try. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki